This is Cutting Down the Nets, January 7th, 2022, Friday slate. Thursday, teeth kicked in. 1, I'm frugal, hate losing money. 2, I'm extremely competitive, and nothing tilts me more than losing. Didn't go our way. Had closing line value on 8 plays. Did not achieve closing line value on 3. Fared far worse than that. And I think mistakes were made, but nothing major. Wagner, mistake. Bought high on them with the small sample size, and I regret that bet. Middle Tennessee, I regret the number I got. I don't regret the bet, but I regret the impatience of the number. Yeah, I don't know. Just, God, I hate losing. So, just know that nothing bothers me more than losing, and we'll get back on track. So we fall below 56% over 465 games, but we'll get right back at it on Friday. My problem is that I'm making a list like Steve Buscemi in Billy Madison of teams that I think are fraudulent, that are about to get some wake-up calls. And I'll tell you who those 3 teams are right now. It's coming this weekend. And I don't care what my model says. I don't care what the line is. I'm just betting them emotionally. And I want you to watch out for these. Number 1, Oklahoma against Iowa State. Iowa State, these frauds, time's coming. It's ticking. 2, another situational spot. Texas Tech getting Kansas. Yeah, let's go. I'm fine with that. I think people are too low on Texas Tech. It's a great situational spot. And 3rd, Wisconsin, you absolute clowns. I mean, how many games are you going to win with Johnny Davis, like left-handed runners? We're coming. And that's going to happen in College Park on Sunday. So when you see those pop up on BetStamp, just be aware that I'm frustrated and I'm ready to take down some either fraudulent teams or rough spots. So let's get on. Let's move on. You can tell I don't like losing, and I'm not in good spirits when I lose. So let's look at Friday. We have a light schedule, and after going through this, you're going to say, are you playing scared? You're goddamn right. I'm playing scared because I hate losing. But I'm going to highlight plenty of risk on these plays, and I'll have to make a decision for how I play them, and you'll have to do the same. So, gray games here at the top. Marquette, Georgetown, not enough value. Brown, Harvard, not enough value for me. So let's get on to game number 1, Xavier Butler. Okay, so my model has Xavier by 12. Butler's favored by 5.5. Xavier's favored by 5.5, and KenPom has it at 5. Here's the good. Shot quality has Xavier 14th overall, 20th in offense, shot quality 11th in defense. Butler 65, 110, and 51. Here's the problem. It's a 17-day layoff for Xavier, and I don't think Butler is the team you want to play coming off a layoff. They're slow, they're gross, and it's just not the best way to ease back in. You're not going to get any transition. So a slow start's likely here. Plus, Bryce Inzy is playing. He's been back for a game or 2. But they're just far better with him. And Butler's been beaten by the 3, but again, the layoff. I'm running scared a little bit, but I'm not rushing to bet this game. So what I may do is see if Xavier comes out cold and live bet this game, or see what the line does over the next 20 hours or so and make a decision. But I'm just not going to rush into this one. This just feels like at some point in the game, whether it's at tip or with 8 minutes into the game, that better numbers available on Xavier, and I'm willing to be patient. And maybe they come out smooth. Um, they've been practicing, they've been playing. They haven't had COVID, their opponents have. So I think that factors in, but it's just, I don't know, it's tough to get in a rhythm. Okay, Cornell Penn, tricky one. I have it close to a pick 'em. Penn's favored. Penn's favored despite a 4-10 record, and Cornell is, I believe, 9-3. Penn's far better than their 4-10 record. They've played the 19th, 20th toughest schedule. Shot quality, significant advantage to Cornell here, mainly because of the rim and three offense. There's an edge on close twos as well as the perimeter. So this is a tough one. I see an edge, but situationally, it's difficult knowing that Penn is 4-10 and far better than that. Again, running scared, I think. Couple orange games down below, Bucknell and Navy. I have Navy by 16, Lions 13, and I think there's a few outliers skewing me up a tad on Navy. So ultimately, I think this is a pretty fair line, but there are a lot of edges here for the mids. Turnovers, rebounds, 2-point. It's an average pace game. So I think I'll stay away from this one, but if you're looking to fill a card, perhaps a live bet, maybe you want to jump in on the 13, but again, I'm running scared, so probably not. Green Bay, Oakland. Another big spread, so that's why it's orange, 15.5. Green Bay, 24% three-point offense on the year. Oakland, 28% three-point defense, and they also funnel shots there. So is Green Bay bad? Is Oakland good at this, or is regression coming? The Grizz run a weird zone, and it certainly opens up for threes for opponents and rebounds. Neither being a strength of Green Bay, but the slow pace doesn't help here at all either. Green Bay plays very slow, so showing as a play, I have it as orange for all the reasons listed. Possible regression, big number, slow pace, and yeah, just too much risk for me. Man, this last game's tough. I don't know what to do. Columbia, Princeton. These teams don't play fast. Average possession length, 17 to 18 seconds for both. So possessions will be at a premium. Despite all that, the model has Princeton by 26. Torvik agrees, 23.7, which is not a surprise. KenPom, 19, and the line is 17. Columbia, 325 in shot quality, 354 in Torvik, 347 in KenPom. And Princeton, great offensive team. Well, good offensive team. Not good defensively. They do have a major perimeter edge here, major offensive edge, but they're not good defensively. And what's tricky with covering a big number is when the other team scores. And you have to be able to get some stops, regardless if you're scoring every time down the court, which it feels like Princeton will do here. So I likely play this game, but man, I could see myself regretting laying 17 in a Princeton-Columbia game just based on pace alone, let alone opponent or Princeton D. So I'm frustrated with how today went. I think the process was good. I love the closing line value. I hate losing. So I'm looking at 3 games for Friday and have concerns about all. Xavier, after a long layoff. Cornell versus an undervalued Penn team. Feels like kind of a buy or a sell low on Penn. And then Princeton, laying a big number in a low possession game. These are in my pool. I don't know if or when they'll show up on BetStamp, but it will not be tonight. And you may see some live betting from me. So there's my frustration. And it's not going to continue. We're going to get back on track. And then we'll dig into Saturday. Watch out for the personal vendettas against Iowa State, and the disrespect to Texas Tech in a great spot against Kansas. And then Maryland is coming from Wisconsin's soul on Sunday, no matter what the number is. We'll get back. I think I've had like 2 days like this all year, and man, they crack me every single time. So we'll bounce back. Don't get too highs with the highs. Don't get too lows with the lows. Again, we're at 56% for like 465 games, which is tough to do, and we're going to move on. So this is a depressing cutting down the nets, and tomorrow we bounce back.